Impress all the watch nerds in the room and get yourself a Patek Philippe 5270p. Here we have a 5270p Patek Philippe chronograph perpetual calendar. It's actually one of Patek's most complicated movements. So it is a very complicated watch, and on top of that, it's made from platinum. So it wears beautifully, and I actually quite like this watch a lot. It's somewhat like contemporary mixed with modern, mixed with some history as well, and also some craftsmanship, right? Like I said, it is platinum, so it does wear on the heavier side. So if you put it on your wrist, it doesn't actually feel like a platinum Daytona, but it feels more, it is heavy, so you can feel definitely the heft of it, but it's not gonna get tiring at the end of the day, right? With a platinum Daytona, unfortunately, because it's so heavy and there's platinum all around the watch in terms of the bracelet and all, at the end of the day, like I said before, when you're tired and when you're driving home with one hand on the steering wheel, you will feel that toll on your shoulder and on your wrist. Whereas with this, I feel like it's very comfortable, right? You do feel the little bit of imbalance in the watch head, but not uncomfortable imbalance, right? It feels good because you do feel the weight, but you also know that, you know, you look down, you see a bloody complicated watch on your wrist. And you know what? I know some people don't use a chronograph and some people don't even set the time correctly, but in short, when you look down, you see all this complication, it is pretty damn sick. I've always said that the 6119R Patek Philippe Calatrava, which we did a video on it just recently, and if you want to click right here, Izzy will put the video right here, is the best dress watch. However, I may be wrong. It's the best thin dress watch from Patek Philippe, right? I'm very specific because this is a 12.4mm watch, and guess what? It actually wears really nice. Even though it does protrude a little bit, I do feel like it wears comfortably. It's not too big. It's not too big like a GMT or like, for example, what's another example? A Submariner or sometimes a Sky Dweller, right? It wears very comfortable and very, I feel, low profile, even though it's like a little bit of a more complicated movement. Yeah, very, very stunning watch, and in my opinion, could take over as the best dress watch if you want to spend quite a bit of money, right? I will tell you exactly how much these are on the grey market. Let's go through the features and the specification of this watch. In terms of complication, you have the date, the time, the chronograph feature, which you can use to track 30 minutes at a time, right? You have a small seconds sub-dial right there. You also have moon phase, date, and you have a day and night indicator as well as a leap year indicator, right? So if you look at the bottom right hand side, sorry, bottom right hand side here, you can see there's a little number, like 1, 2, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a 12.4mm watch, but like I said, it does feel like a lot thinner than it is. If you want a dress watch and you want to splash a little bit of cash, this is it, right? The green on this watch really does kind of make a complicated historical, older watch feel very young and very modern, right? And when you wear it on your wrist, like I said, it is a statement piece. Like when you look at it on wrist, you don't think that it's too much of a watch lover's watch, right? It is still will grab the attention that you need, right? So at the end of the day, this buys your status, and watches in general, like anything can tell the time, but you actually buy the watch for a status, the conversation piece, right? So you can get into the doors, you can get the meetings, you can meet people, right? And this, I feel, will be definitely a piece that when people see it and realize it's a Patek Philippe, it's very similar to the 6119R. In my personal opinion, I think that this one, they've only said it was a 39mm just for marketing sake, but it's actually the same size to the naked eye anyways, right? If anything, the dial looks a bit small on this. You do get a CH29535 PSQ, so you do get that movement. It does have a 65-hour power reserve, and it's also a manual one. So the cool thing about this watch is it does have an open case back. Now, it doesn't have a rotor that obstructs the movement, which is cool, but it does require you to wind it every single day, well, every 65 hours, right? If you want the watch to keep spinning. And if I was to describe how this watch operated when you clicked it, it's super, super smooth and has a very satisfying click. So if I put it to the mic here and you guys listen, it's a start, stop. Like the click is very satisfying. It's not like your typical Daytona or your Speedmasters, right? it feels very satisfying when you click onto it. So it feels very, very nice, okay? So yes, this watch can only time 30 minutes. Not sure why they did that actually. Maybe because it's so complicated, they don't want to make the movement too thick. But yes, only 30 minutes. And like I said earlier, it does do day, month, leap years. It doesn't tell you the year, it just tells you which phase of leap year we're in. So the case itself is platinum, and also so full platinum, so that's why it feels so heavy. And if you guys didn't know, platinum is actually quite a heavy metal, so it's also hard to work on, and not everyone can work on it, especially when you're trying to get watches polished and you send it to any other watchmaker. They most likely wouldn't be able to do it, and they most likely butcher the finish, right? Same thing with the buckle, which is a fold over platinum clasp, which is nice because yeah, it just reduces that wear time, so you don't have to like keep fiddling around with a buckle and all that, right? All in all, a beautiful watch, and the one that I think wears super well. Now, let's talk about the price of this watch. To give you some context, these watches for example, a 2023 used one, you're probably looking to pay around that 240 to 50, maybe a bit more. Whereas a new one, say 2025, I reckon closer to 280 to 300 on the grey market, right? Granted, it's a platinum watch. Granted, it's super complicated. Granted, it's a Patek Philippe. But yeah, you're paying very big numbers. Hence why I said probably you don't want to go swimming with this watch because it is quite expensive. Also, obviously, alligator leather strap, right? Not to say that will get wrecked in the water, but I mean, do you really want to? The stitching on the alligator strap, is actually black. So it does kind of matches with the theme of the dial, which is green and gradient to black. So if you look here, you can see that it starts off with a rich green and then kind of moves out to like a more darker color, which is super cool because it's very pleasing to the eye. Also adds that, it's not just a flat green, actually looks really good. It is a Patek Philippe. So it's not your usual watches, not your typical watches. If you guys are looking for a more dressier watch, more complicated watch, and more heavier watch with luxury, complication, and class, this is definitely the watch for you guys. Letting you guys know, we do have these watches up on our website, watchavenue.com.au. So if you guys are interested in these watches, please do reach out, or just message me on the number below on my WhatsApp, or reach out to the team on our website, watchavenue.com.au, and we'll help you guys there. Thank you very much.